The Maslow facility is a concept that's based off of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So the facility is going to be targeted towards people that are in rehabilitation and reentry. A client may be coming from release from incarceration. A client could be a referral from an urgent care, or even a transport from an emergency department. And these people are looking for or needing rehab and so special services. So the concept of this facility is would have multiple levels, tiers that you would move through your progression in your sobriety, so in your rehab. And these would include different wings or sections of the building. The building would be somewhere, right now we have it between 26 and 28,000 square feet we're getting approval for. It's about 7,300 a floor for 5 floors. The top floor is rooftop garden terrace for meditation and just a peaceful area. Then you have throughout the building, we're going to designate areas for psychiatric hospital, inpatient treatment, detox, outpatient treatment. There'll be tier 3 sober living, which is a sober living that has 24-hour medical care as well as med management, and you also have security with sign in, sign out. You'll also have resources and office spaces there, satellite offices for resources from the area. That could be things like, so St. Vincent de Paul might have a satellite office there offering services and resources that they provide, probation and parole, health and welfare. There could be a psychologist, a therapist, and a classroom. I think the classroom is really important as far as jobs go and employment. The classroom would have, skills teaching classes, resume building classes, entrepreneurial classes, because we know this clientele is particularly entrepreneurial spirited and they're hustlers. So this is something that can work with their skill set, with their talents, and I think it should be something that we offer. The classroom could also have any financial advice or development in other areas as well. Maybe there's programs that want to do presentations in the classroom. So let's see what else we have. There's going to be because of the inpatient, detox, and psych hospital, food is required. So there will be a cafeteria. Cafeteria could employ people that live in the tier 3 sections. And the cafeteria could be open to the public, where some floors might be badge access, like the psychiatric hospital, or inpatient, but in detox, but other sections could be open to, selling, say, like cold prep foods, like a cafe, basic, simple cafe. So let's see, we want to go back to Maslow's hierarchy, and I'm going to pull up his pyramid. And so the fundamentals is the concept is supposed to fulfill all of the needs through Maslow's hierarchy, starting at the bottom with your psychological needs and working your way up to the opportunity of achieving self-actualization. So this progression starts at, your psychological needs being breathing, food, water, shelter, clothing, sleep. So these needs are met in your inpatient and your detox and in your psychiatric hospital, getting those basic psychological needs fulfilled. Then you progress to the second tier of Maslow's hierarchy, which is safety and security. Those needs are met or filled, or tools are given to fill those needs, as far as being health, employment, property, family, and social ability. So you're going to find those tools are taught in your outpatient and your tier 3 levels of the Maslow's facility. And so as they're getting there, going to skills and job training classes in the classroom and talking to St. Vincent de Paul for, community resources to fulfill, and the health is going to be, med management and potentially even a pharmacy on site. And then you might start redeveloping those relationships with your family and starting to be social again. After the tier 2, you can move into tier 3. Tier 3 would be is love and belonging. Tier 3 of Maslow's hierarchy is love and belonging, which comprises of friendship, family, intimacy, and sense of connection. So this is, once you've progressed through Maslow's facility, you've gone through tier 3, maybe you're 3 months in and you've got good progression, you're showing a lot of opportunity and optimism and growth. You might be ready to progress out to a tier 2 program, similar to our Sunflower development, which is a luxury style housing with, you've got your hardwood floors and your granite counters and your flat screen TVs, all modern, brand new furnishings, and it's beautiful. It gives you a sense of pride and in your building. And all these facilities, including Maslow's facility and Sunflower facility, they need to have a sense of pride being a part of it. It's beautiful, it's impressive, it's feels that the facility has some compassion for you in providing a high quality product, a high quality place to stay, because they believe in you, and that belief inspires you to want to be doing better. And so one of the things Sunflower has is fire pits and barbecue area and meditation stream that runs through the property that's all landscaped with rock, and these are all features that are important to provide to give that sense of pride and ownership in where you live. So in that love and belonging stage, that would be your tier 2, your Sunflower, right? You move out of Maslow's facility, move into Sunflower, and you're building friendships with like-minded individuals that similar values, and you are you're surrounding yourself with positive influences, people that are surround yourself with who you want to be more alike, right? Who you're inspired by. And then your family too, rebuilding those burnt bridges with family that you may have lost. You start working on that, and maybe you have visitation with your kids that you start to reestablish. You finally get to that intimacy and that sense of connection, which is you being vulnerable, capable of being vulnerable because of the other needs on the other lower tiers that have been fulfilled. You've been given the tools to be vulnerable and build those connections. So after that, you're at Sunflower in tier 2 sober living for 6 months, and then you have the stability and the tools to move into the next level of the pyramid, which is self-esteem. And this comprises of confidence, achievement, respect of others, and the need to be a unique individual. So were you a healthy environment to achieve that self-esteem would be you need private housing, family-based housing, where you can, maybe start to get your kids back. You can start to redevelop those relationships, with your wife, or, you say you move into a single family home. And this would be a network of housing providers specializing in low-income housing that are making a pact or a commitment to rent their facility or their housing, their houses, their apartments, their condos as drug and alcohol-free zones. And the whole property is drug and alcohol-free and family housing. So this is, you might move in with your wife and your kids and be ready to start rebuilding your family and start finding your own identity in life and your own path. Maybe your career starts to take off, or your landscaping business you started starts to really grab a bunch of jobs. This is where you have the opportunity to move into the fifth level, which is self-actualization. This is morality, creativity, spontaneity, acceptance, experience purpose, meaning, and interpersonal. This is very few people achieve this level. And Maslow talks about that. But it's about having all of the tools at your disposal to be given the opportunity to even try to achieve this self-actualization. I think that should be a human right, and what we want to do is you take all the variables where society might have failed someone in some way, that is, potentially misdirected them on this path of making poor life choices, and you start from the bottom and fulfill all those needs and really give no excuse other than your own willpower based off of, if you're successful at finding happiness or not. So this is the concept, and that's how the flow would work. I hope you understand and are interested, and thank you for listening.